The following video is between Faith Mangope and unqualified Dr. Matthew Lani.
Clear knowledge of who you are, because doctors are rotated, but if you work at Helen Joseph for 2 years, doctors know you enough, staff knows you enough, correct? So then you did not have to ask and you did not have to be stopped because you say that you are a doctor stationed at Helen Joseph Hospital. How would they turn away a doctor who is known, who's worked there for 2 years, unless they did not know you?
Well, firstly, I don't work there now because I'm doing my concert.
No, you don't know work there now. You work there then.
Yes.
Which means that they knew, and you said you worked for 2 years, right? Which means that staff would know you, which means that security would know you. Why would security turn away a doctor that they know that worked with them for 2 years?
Okay, so firstly, it was the reason that they stopped me was for the allegations of impersonating a doctor. You understand?
But if you're a real doctor, you said to me, you are a real doctor. You were stationed at Helen Joseph Hospital after completing your Wits medical degree. You went to Helen Joseph Hospital. You were stationed there. You even reported to somebody, which means that under Dr. Matthew Lani, your records are there at Helen Joseph Hospital because you're one of the doctors there. So they would not stop you if you are a doctor that is serving there for 2 years. They've got record of you. Unless they do not have record of you, unless you're not a medical doctor, that's when they will stop you. So I ask the question again, why did they stop you if you're a doctor? So why did they arrest you if you're a doctor? Why did they assault you if you're a doctor? Why did I see a video of you with blood on your lips if you are a doctor? If you're a medical doctor that is under Helen Joseph, you were supposed to be protected as somebody that serves and protects the public. But they did not do that to you. So why would they hurt a medical or even arrest a medical doctor?
Well, that's because of the whole entire the department, saying that I stole somebody else's identity and all of that. So when they first approached me, they said somebody wants to speak to you.
Metro FM Talk.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Let's start from the beginning. You were born here in Johannesburg.
That's correct.
And you grew up in the Northwest Province.
Yes.
Okay, so you moved to the Northwest Province at how old?
I was 8.
You were 8 years old?
Yeah.
Where did you attend school?
In the Northwest.
Okay, what was the name of this?
So in the Northwest, I attended primary and then grade 1, 2, 3, Kwalakito, and then I came this side and then I started school in this side.
In Johannesburg,
in Johannesburg.
Okay.
And then I did my grade 5 this side at Robin Hills.
At Robin Hills?
Yeah. Then I've been in Joburg ever since.
Okay. And when did you ever finish matric?
So I did not do the South African syllabus. I studied the Cambridge curriculum through the Cambridge Assessment International Education. So I wouldn't say I have a matric per se, but I have.
So you don't have a national senior certificate from a South African high school?
No, like Malusi doesn't know me.
And then does Cambridge know you though?
Yes.
And you've got records to prove that Cambridge knows you?
Yes.
And if Cambridge would say that we do not know you, would Cambridge be lying?
Of course not.
They wouldn't be lying, or they would be lying?
No, they wouldn't. Well, if they say they don't know me, then they will be lying. Okay. But yeah, it just depends which Cambridge you go to, I guess.
So then if you do an international qualification, you'll be able to clarify on that. Do you not do A-levels and O-levels?
Yes, we do.
So did you do both A-levels and O-levels?
So
how old were you when you finished did you do full A-levels and O-levels?
I did, was this A-level false, so I finished with an A-level.
And then you did not do O-levels?
No.
Okay.
So remember, an A-level, it's basically like an introduction into varsity type of thing. So it's equivalent to that.
But you have to do both. You have to complete both so that you'll be able to get the qualification, so that you can get the whole purpose of international qualifications, so that you're given perspective not only from the South African context, but also you're given an opportunity to study in any institution, mostly abroad, because of A-levels and O-levels.
Yes.
So you completed A-levels, you never completed O-levels. So you never completed the full level of schooling.
Yes.
At Cambridge. You didn't complete it.
Well, I did my
A-levels.
Exactly. So I did my equivalent of grade 11, 12, and then I finished with my A-level and O-level. Yeah.
So did you do the O-levels or did you not?
I did.
When you were done with the O-levels, what happened then?
So when I was done, I did go to Wits. So I applied and then, yeah.
What did you apply for?
I applied for medicine.
For medicine.
Yeah.
What were your grades like? Usually you apply for medicine when your grades at school.
My grades were
math, science, and all the likes. How were your grades?
My grades were good. Like my grades were good. Like my mom just loved education, so she just made schooling very fun. So I was a not straight A student, but close. I had good grades.
You had good grades.
Yeah.
And then you registered at Wits University to study medicine.
That's correct.
Okay. And then did you complete the full study?
Yes.
How many years did you study?
6.
You were in 6 years at Wits University, and you're 25 years old. How did you manage to do that in such a record time?
So I finished when I was 16, and then I
finished A-levels and O-levels when you were 16?
Yes.
Okay.
So I skipped a couple of grades.
Usually people finish A-levels and O-levels when they're 17, but they would have to have started school at the age of 5. How did you skip grades, and when did you skip grades? Between when you were in the Northwest or when you were in Johannesburg?
So it was when I was in Joburg.
When you were in Johannesburg, you skipped grades?
Yes.
When you were at Robin Hill?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you skip grades?
So when I came from the Northwest, it was a government school. I came this side, and then it was a, what's this thing called? A Model C school. So when we got there, there's an entry test that you write that kind of like assesses which grade will best suit you and all of it. So when I did that, I did the one for grade 4, I passed it, and then they put me in grade 5. And then with that one, I then did my grade 5, and then for some reason, I was then promoted to grade 7. And then I did my grade 7, and then when I finished doing my grade 7, my teacher told my mom about the Cambridge, school, and then we went there. So also at Cambridge, they did the same thing.
When you say you went there, where did you go?
Oh, so it's a physical school. So it's the one that I attended. It's Oxford Academy, which is in Randburg.
Okay. And then, so you did your A-levels and O-levels there?
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, you registered to study at Wits. And then, did you get accepted by Wits?
I did.
And what did you do, a BSc? How did you?
So I did a MBBCh, so that's what I did, and then for 6 years, and then December 2020, I then graduated, and then shortly went back to the Northwest, just to wait for my placement, and then
But Wits says that it doesn't know you.
So the thing is, and I have said this from the get-go when this whole drama started, is that the surname that people use in the Lani surname, it's a surname that I obtained in March of 2021. So throughout my life, I was using my mother's surname. And then...
Which is what?
Well, they don't want me to say it, but then...
Who doesn't want you to say it?
So my family just is exhausted of this whole entire drama. So
you're saying that Wits University has got you under a different surname?
Yes.
So I went to Wits University, right? I'm a graduate of Wits University.
Yeah.
And because I'm a graduate of Wits University, I can tell you about Wits University processes. I've got 2 surnames, Moya and Mangope, right? If I studied at Wits University will have a record of me because they will, whether it's my previous surname or whether it's my post surname. Now, Wits University in itself has said they don't have a record of you being there at all. So it's Wits University lying.
Yeah.
Wits University is lying.
Yeah.
We'll talk some more after the break. With Matthew Lani, he still maintains that he did indeed study a medical degree. He completed it. He studied at Wits University. So in the beginning, and this is part of the statement that was released, is that you said that you studied a what at Wits? An M?
In MBChh.
MBChh. Okay, because Wits University said also that you had initially said that you had studied an MBBS degree, in which case Wits does not even offer. So I ask you again, does that mean that Wits University was lying?
So first, I think with that one they might be referring to the, because I once saw that, which was a LinkedIn thing. So I know nothing about that one.
And then also, why is it that we've got a Dr. Zingelwa who is allegedly laid a criminal case on you for that you went and you claimed to be Dr. Sanele Zingelwa as well? which is a second-year medical intern at Tembisa Provincial Tertiary Hospital. Do you know Dr. Sanele Zingelo?
I don't know him personally. I became aware of him during this whole entire thing, and with the Dr. Zingelo thing, you know, it came up with a video that I did on TikTok about 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, because I've been on TikTok for about 3 years. And I remember that video, somebody was asking me something, but it was in relations to a previous video where I had a ring on, right? And then they were asking me about surname or something like that. And then I said, oh, I'm Zingelo. I did not say I am Dr. Zingelo. You understand? So when that, during this whole drama, that video came up. And I guess then people went to, what is this thing called?
But are you Zingelo?
No, that was
Then
just for
why did
a
you say you
TikTok.
are?
I mean, like, firstly, it was just for a TikTok thing. It was one time. It was just that, you know.
But why did you claim to be something that you're not?
In terms of
Being
that
Zingelo,
surname.
yeah.
No, so remember that surname was done in a TikTok video.
Yeah, I know
It
that
was
you did
not-
it, but why did you do it? If Lani is your surname, right? Matthew is your name, right? So why did you bring in Zingelo if you're not Zingelo?
Oh, okay. So firstly, because that person was asking me a redundant question, right? Because they, in that message that I was responding to, they had my surnames there. You understand? So
Then that means that you lied.
yeah, just
Okay,
for
so you did lie.
yeah.
Okay. So when you're looking at where things have unfolded, so you're saying that you got your medical degree. Were you, because usually when you finish your medical degree, you then get posted as a medical student so that you can do now the practical side, right? And it depends where. Where were you posted?
In Johannesburg,
Which hospital?
in Helen Joseph.
You were posted at Helen Joseph
Yes.
Hospital for how long?
2 years.
Did you work at Helen Joseph Hospital for 2 years?
I mean, well, according to the Department of Health, I didn't. So
No. According to you, Matthew,
Yeah, I
did
did.
you work at the Department of? Did you work at Helen Joseph Hospital? Did you check in every day? Who did you report to?
well, I don't want to say people's name because
But
now
who was the?
it's gonna be dragged and all of that.
No, because this is a. If you were allowed, if the Department of Health is saying that they do not know you, they're saying that they don't know you. You're saying I completed a Wits medical degree and I was also posted, right, to do my practicals. That means that Wits University is literally giving false information and misrepresenting your identity. Hence why my question is, who was the one that you reported to? Because if we know who you reported to, then we know who to direct Wits University as well as the Department of Health to, so that they can say, actually, here's this person. He actually did work at Helen Joseph Hospital and he's been serving so long. So who did you report to at Helen Joseph?
Well, that information, we send it to the Department of Health through our attorneys. So hence, I didn't even want to address this matter publicly.
How long did you work at Helen Joseph?
2 years.
2 years. And in that 2 years, did you see patients? How many patients would you estimate?
Yeah.
Did you administer medicine?
Well, I'm not going to answer that because
If you're a doctor, you see patients. Did you
Yeah.
administer? Did you
Yeah.
administer medicine? Yes, you did.
yeah,
You administered medicine. What ailments were you treating?
various.
Give me examples.
Can be anything from like stabbings, bronchitis, HIV, TB, etc.
You were administering medicine for HIV.
Various elements, yeah.
You were administering medicine for TB.
Yeah.
You were administering medicine for bronchitis. Okay. And you saw 10, 15, 20, how many patients, if you had to estimate?
Your,
With 2 years is a long time, and Helen Joseph is a public hospital, so how many patients were you seeing?
like a lot.
So you say you did give them medicine. That where did you get that medicine from? From the actual space, the store. Where did you get the medicine from?
Yeah, from the actual place.
From Helen Joseph Hospital, from the facility. And you would give them and you would diagnose them. You actually diagnose patients. Okay. And then did you do follow-ups, checkups, and the like? Okay. Now, when Helen Joseph apprehends you, why did they apprehend you?
So firstly, in this whole entire drama, there was just one thing that was quite what's the word I'm looking for? Was the lack of communication from my side, you understand? So when I went to Helen Joseph, I own an NGO. Well, we own an NGO with a couple of friends, Greater Than AIDS Africa, right? And in this NGO, we are also on the Gauteng AIDS Committee as well. So we have a funding where we track down patients that have defaulted, right? So if it so happens that we find you are quite ill, we then take you to a hospital. So we have an ambulance that we contracted with at the for the ambulance. So what happened was that on the 27th of October, I wasn't there, but the other team in the organization were there. They took a patient in. He's an unknown patient, right? So then on the 29th of October, what we then did was we got a call from the hospital and then we missed it. Then we subsequently got an SMS from a doctor there to state that we should come fill in a statement of the patient that was brought in earlier on. Then we were like, okay, no problem. We will do that. But we were in the West Rand. So around 8, we went there, myself and a friend of mine. So she's a nurse. She works in the NGO. And she went up because the security said only one person can enter. So she went up, I stood outside. I asked the security, can I use the bathroom? And then they said, sure, go the other side. I went the other side, asked the securities there. Same thing. I went to the bathroom. A different security then stopped me. It's like, no, come here.
Let me just pause this for a second. Matthew, you said that you're a doctor, right?
Yeah.
You worked at Helen Joseph Hospital for 2 years, in which case security, the nurses, the staff, the janitor, the cleaner, the woman that makes tea, the woman that brings in the people that changes sheets, the suppliers, everybody will have a clear knowledge of who you are because doctors are rotated. But if you work at Helen Joseph for 2 years, doctors know you enough, staff knows you enough, correct? So then you did not have to ask and you did not have to be stopped because you say that you are a doctor stationed at Helen Joseph Hospital. How would they turn away a doctor who is known, who's worked there for 2 years, unless they did not know you?
Well, firstly, I don't work there now because I'm doing my concert.
No, you don't work there now. You worked there then.
Yes.
Which means that they knew, and you said you worked for 2 years, right? Which means that staff would know you, which means that security would know you. Why would security turn away a doctor that they know that worked with them for 2 years?
Okay, so firstly, it was the reason that they stopped me was for the allegations of impersonating a doctor. You understand?
But if you're a real doctor, you said to me, you are a real doctor. You were stationed at Helen Joseph Hospital. After completing your Wits medical degree, you went to Helen Joseph Hospital. You were stationed there. You even reported to somebody, which means that under Dr. Matthew Lani, your records are there at Helen Joseph Hospital because you're one of the doctors there. So they would not stop you if you are a doctor that is serving there for 2 years. They've got record of you. Unless they do not have record of you, unless you're not a medical doctor, that's when they will stop you. So I ask the question again, why did they stop you if you're a doctor? So why did they arrest you if you're a doctor? Why did they assault you if you're a doctor? Why did I see a video of you with blood on your lips if you are a doctor? If you're a medical doctor that is under Helen Joseph, you are supposed to be protected as somebody that serves and protects the public. But they did not do that to you. So why would they hurt a medical or even arrest a medical doctor?
Well, that's because of the whole entire the department, saying that I stole somebody else's identity and all of that. So when they first approached me, they said somebody wants to speak to you, right? And then I was like, okay, no problem. Who wants to speak to me? They were like, no, somebody will want to speak to you. And they were kind of like, a bit, what's the word? Not violent at that time, but very aggressive, right? So when they did that, it was to firstly establish whether the allegations against me were true or not. You understand? And even when I used the Lani surname, I was not, what is this thing? Helen Joseph does not know me by the Lani surname.
Helen Joseph knows you by which surname?
My family surname, which...
So did you tell them?
Yeah, well, join this.
But then Helen Joseph has also said that they've got no record of you serving there.
Well, I don't know. Well, we have had communications with them through the legal team.
Why do you think you were arrested?
I was arrested for the charges that the Department of Health opened.
Why do you think you were arrested? Your perspective.
Yeah.
Why do you think you were arrested?
So firstly, the Department of Health went with what tweet I was going with the Dr. Zingelwa thing. They did not contact me, despite the fact that even in their statement, the Department of Health said when I did the campaign with them, the campaign was of healthcare workers in their facilities. You understand? Last year, I even made a video where we did not even get paid. Well, we will not get paid full. And I made a TikTok video. And the Department of Health saw it. And they responded to it. And they told the hospital to address it. The hospital said I must present myself physically to HR. And then the matter was then resolved. So the Zingelwa part was the one that caused all the confusion.
Because you lied about a surname that you were not. Because Zingelwa, you said that it was on TikTok, and then you called somebody, so you lied about Zingelwa.
Yes, but then I did not say I'm Dr. Zingelwa. It's like me, if I am on TikTok, I'm like, I'm
But then are you Dr. Matthew Lani then?
That's my name, yes.
Are you a doctor? And if why would then a doctor be arrested? It goes back to my question. It does not make sense, and I need you to understand it from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
Right. It does not make sense. Never have I heard in South Africa where a doctor that was placed by an institution because they're serving their practicals and they're working their time for 2 years is arrested on site. It doesn't happen.
Yes, indeed. It never happened. It will never happen. It never happened. I've never seen a doctor getting arrested. That was Faith Mangope with our famous doctor, Dr. Matthew Lani. Please don't forget to like this video, share this interview, leave your comment regarding our famous South African unqualified doctor, Dr. Matthew Lani. Interesting interview. Check you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers and take care.